Today we'll be starting with a new topic called final account. Till date, what we have done is we started with journal, then we did ledger, cash book, okay, then we prepared trial balance, and now this is what a chartered accountant does. With the help of trial balance, he prepares final account. So we can say this is the last chapter in your syllabus. What a chartered accountant does is in final account he prepares the trading account. Then he prepares profit and loss account, and the last account is called as balance sheet. Basically, if you go through this, in trading account, all those items which are related to factory or which are related to manufacturing are being covered. This is your debit side, left hand side, and this is your credit side. If you see over here, we always start with the opening stock, which is followed by purchases. If you see, on the debit side, we basically record all the expenses which are related to factory. Opening stock is there, then we have purchase of raw material, and suppose if there are some goods which turns to be defective, the businessman is going to return it to the suppliers. So what happens, your purchase will be recorded in the inner column, and then you are going to deduct return from it, and this is a net purchase that you get. Then you have direct expenses, you have freight, custom, wages. In nutshell, basically you are going to record all those things which are, you can say, directly related to factory. You need to remember over here is that the expenses which are related to office are not recorded in trading account. Only those expenses which are pertaining to factory will be recorded over here. So all the expenses will be coming on the debit side because the nominal account says debit all expenses and losses. So all the expenses will be coming on the debit side. Similarly, a businessman, after he manufactures the goods, is going to sell the goods, which is an income. So on the credit side, we are going to write all the incomes. Okay, we are going to record the sales first, and suppose the goods that we have sold, if it turns out to be defective, the customer is going to return it to us. Okay, so you write the gross sales over here, you deduct sales return from this, and at the end you get net sales. Similarly, at the end of the year, you might be left with some goods which are unsold, which we call as closing stock. So what we do is, we take the total of debit side, we take the total of credit side, and the balance side is left with, either it is called as gross profit or it is gross loss. If the income is greater than the expenses, what you will be getting is gross profit. And if your expenses are more than your income, you will be left with some amount which is called as gross loss. Okay. Now we are through with trading account. Trading account में हमें क्या मिला? We got gross profit and gross loss. What you have to remember over here is gross loss is basically brought down on the debit side of profit and loss account. Similarly, if you make some gross profit, that we are going to brought down on the credit side of profit and loss account. So basically what we are going to do is all the expenses which are related to office and the losses that you are going to make, you are going to record it on the debit side. Similarly, if you are going to make any income or if you make any profit by say selling of some furniture or by some machinery, so that will be recorded on the credit side. Now let's go through the items which I mentioned over here. Now your debit side basically represents all the expenses and all the losses. As I said, the golden rule says nominal account का जो है debit is all expenses and losses, credit is all incomes and gains. So what you are going to do is you are going to record all the expenses which are related to office on the debit side of profit and loss account. Let's go through this. Salaries and wages, rent rates, insurance, bank charges. If you can take a note, all these expenses are related to office. Now similarly, we have depreciation on the debit side. Why do we write depreciation over here? Because depreciation is nothing but a loss. You can say when the value of an asset decreases over a period of time, it's a loss for the business, and that's the reason we write depreciation on the debit side. Similarly, if you see over here, advertisement, printing, loss by fire, loss by theft. Okay, at times the businessman incurs loss due to natural calamities. Any kind of losses will be recorded on the debit side. Okay, now just go through the credit side of profit and loss account. What you can see over here is the income of the business. Okay, rent, commission, discount received from the suppliers, interest on investment, interest on securities. Basically what happens that whenever the business has got excess money, they are going to invest somewhere. Suppose if they invest their money in say government securities, or they keep their money in some bank, they are going to get interest out of it. Okay, now interest is nothing but an income for the business which they are going to record it on the credit side. So now after preparing profit and loss account, what you are going to do is you are going to total the debit side, you are going to take the sum of the credit side. Whatever difference you get, either it will be net profit or net loss. And it's very obvious that if the income is greater than the expenses, the balance that you are left with is nothing but your net profit. And similarly, if your expenses are greater than your income, what you will be getting is net loss. And whatever you get, net profit or net loss, it will get transferred to the balance sheet.